Hey, it's Angela with Food Storage and Survival.com, and today we are going to talk about 4 essential survival sewing skills. I love to sew, but not everything that I sew is a skill that I would really need in a survival type scenario. So if you think about long-term grid down disaster scenario, being able to sew is going to be really useful. But there's a few things that you're going to need to be able to fix more frequently than others. Number one is closure repair. A zipper that goes bad, a button that goes bad, snaps that go bad. Can you fix that? Okay, sometimes you can fix it with a big safety pin, hallelujah. But other times you're going to need to actually fix that closure, either put in a new zipper or replace a zipper with buttons. Buttons fail a lot less than zippers do. They have a much lower fail rate. I know there's been a number of jackets that I've had problems with zippers. I don't usually have problems with buttons, and if I do, I can fix it pretty easily. So being able to fix a closure is the skill number one in your little sewing arsenal for survival. Skill number two is seam repair. After your closures, here's your closure on this. I've got a snap and a zipper on this pair of pants here, little kid pants. After that, you've also got stress points on the seams. So where 2 pieces of fabric come together is your seam. Okay, your crotch is going to be, that's a high stress point right there on a lot of people, is your crotch seam. In fact, this one is even coming undone here. I didn't even know that, but we've got a loose spot part where it's coming frayed. So being able to fix seams that are coming undone is a good skill to have. That can be expanded into sewing things together, because if you can sew a seam together that's come undone, then you can also sew pieces together and make something else. So that's something that's kind of a little more advanced. So you want to just start with being able to fix a seam. Okay, number 3 for your repairs is patching. I'm looking at these pants here. I know I've got a hole in them. Okay, here on the knee, I don't know if you can see it, right there is a little hole starting to wear. Okay, another stress point. You've got elbows and knees, sometimes the seat of your pants, places that get rubbed, that get stressed out, they're going to get holes. And you want to be able to fix those holes by stitching a piece of fabric over it or under it. Sometimes it's better to go on the inside of the garment and put your patch on the inside. Sometimes it's a little better on the outside. This kind of depends on where your patch is and what's comfortable for you. All right, number 4, your 4th sewing skill that you want to have is being able to adjust for sizing. So kids are going to keep growing in a post-disaster world. They don't stop growing, unfortunately. Keep feeding them, they grow. Also, those of us that are adults with more physical exercise and possibly lower food rations, we're going to have shrinking waistlines. So being able to make your clothes still fit you is a pretty good deal. Sometimes, again, this can be fixed without sewing. Like you could put a belt on and cinch those pants up and probably get by okay. But if you can adjust a waistline or pants either up or down, you're going to be a lot more comfortable in your clothes for the long term. Okay, so those are 4 simple, just basic sewing skills, and those are the things that you want to start with when you're learning to sew if your sewing is geared towards a survival type situation. All right, thanks for joining me. You can always find more from me on my blog, foodstorageandsurvival.com.